streaming now. Do I need to hide stuff? Yeah, probably. Get that out the way. I love how it's just a freaking bed in the background. Let me at least move my bag a little. Okay. Oh, I got that drip today. We got that drip on. This was work clothes, and then if you were wondering what that squeaking is, I just have a ball. It's a ball chair. It's just one of those exercise balls. Long story short, I installed some jiu-jitsu flooring. I don't really want to get into it, but I can't have a chair here in this studio. But yeah, went straight from work into a stand-up comedy open mic. Did that for a bit. Probably going to go out to a second one in a little bit, so we'll keep it short and sweet for the show tonight. But let me see if I can get the little chat up and running real quick first. Okay, got the chat. Sweet. If anyone's there, say hi. I've had it happen one time. It was pretty sweet. Okay. So, a little loose on the show tonight. I haven't had much time to look it over. Anyways, we'll kind of get started here. Live from a studio apartment, this is Misinformation. Okay, well, today's... Oh, shit. Sorry. Got those slippery fingers tonight. Today's top stories. Earlier today, now the elections happen at this point, we'll get into that, but Mamdani won, New York mayor. He was, earlier in the day, he was... let me find this here. Earlier in the day, he was listed as on Polymarket as having 94% odds of winning, and he ended up winning. Yeah. It's ironic he was listed on Polymarket because that's where most Democrat women will end up. Yeah. Good luck with that. I've been on the Polymarket myself. It fucking sucks. Good luck. Yeah, so Zohran Mamdani, Mao Zedong, they call him. He's first communist mayor of New York City. Yeah. And now that he's elected, he's promised to equally divide the rats amongst everyone. 1 rat per person. Maybe 2. Depending on how frisky those rats get. That's, I thought I sensed a disturbance in the force today. Did anyone notice that? There was, we kid, of course. We kid. Dick Cheney, obviously, passed away today. It's unfortunate. Democrats, as far as what I saw across Twitter, were celebrating his death. Yeah, it's crazy that it comes just a day after the Democrats' national holiday, Dia de los Muertos. It's actually the only holiday they celebrate anymore, is the deaths of their enemies. Yeah. Well, there was Tish Hyman, is her name, was banned from Gold's Gym for complaining about a transgender man trying to use the women's showers there. Yeah. So this marks the first time that a Hyman was banned from a gold shower for complaining about a penis. Not even a joke, that's just a real thing that happened. Hyman banned from golden shower for complaining about penis. It's real. So for the jokes tonight, sorry they were a little lean. Let's get into the news stories. And I haven't had a ton of time to look these over, so we might kind of go through them a little bit in real time. I mean, I guess off the top, you got Mamdani coming through. He pulled through those Polymarket odds on Hinge. He got his Hinge match. And yeah, he won the election in New York. So it's New York's first communist mayor. This was a part of his victory speech that he gave, where he's talking about immigrants. Let's see if I can.
Betrayed by Donald Trump. How to defeat him? It is the city that gave rise to him. And if there is any way to terrify a despot, it is by dismantling the very conditions that allowed him to accumulate power.
A despot.
This is not only how we stop Trump, it's how we stop the next one. So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up.
Let's get to the important part of this.
Because the Donald Trumps of our city have grown far too comfortable taking advantage of their tenants. And that has allowed billionaires like Trump to evade taxation. Oh, just as Donald Trump does. Very small indeed.
I didn't realize this clip was 2 freaking minutes
New
long.
York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant. So hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
No, this is an absolute bullshit. And let me explain why. This is something that the Democrats do quite often. It's like this is like 90% of how the Democrat platform works. Is they basically take something completely out of context, like they snip off something. So what he's doing here is he's basically saying that New York will remain a city of immigrants, right? He's conveniently removing the word illegal from the discussion. He's not saying New York will remain a city of illegal immigrants, a city that was built by illegal immigrants, powered by illegal immigrants, and as tonight led by an illegal immigrant. No, he's saying it's a city of immigrants, right? So he's conflating conservatives' desire to not have illegal immigration with a desire to not have immigrants, which isn't the case, obviously. I'm a conservative. I believe America is a melting pot, right? I'm very pro-immigrant. Elon Musk is an immigrant, right? The conservatives aren't anti-immigrant. They're anti-illegal immigration. And here he's taking that out of context to paint, because what it does is when you remove the word illegal from the discussion and you just make it about immigrants, suddenly you falsely turn it into a racial issue. And that's what he's trying to do, right? It's dishonest and it's deceiving. You know, if you want to come out and say, hey, we believe that there should be unchecked immigration, we'll take any illegal immigrants into New York City, we're welcome to do that, then just come out and say that. But don't use the phrase immigrants. They're not immigrants. They're illegal immigrants. And I wonder how comfortable he would be if instead of Mexican illegal immigrants flooding into New York City, what if it were Russian immigrants, right? I hear the Democrats aren't too fond of Russians recently. What if it were 100,000 white male Russian immigrants that were allowed into NYC? Would he be so happy to accept them and help allow them to vote in their elections and build their city? I don't think so. So, yeah, I just thought that I should point that out. It's ridiculous to frame the argument that way. Here's a tweet from, maybe he would like the Russians. They used to be communist. He might be down. Old tweet from Zohran Kwame Mamdani. Each according to their need, each according to their ability. Which sounds like a very dangerous thing to say. Like everyone just gets everything according to their individual. Who even judges what people's individual needs are? You know, it's such a scary thought. If I had to guess how this will go, though, I don't know that it's going to be as bad as most people think, to be honest. I mean, yes, he's like the first communist mayor. I don't even know if he is, but he's the first high-profile Democrat socialist mayor of a city, let's say. How bad can you possibly fuck up New York at this point? You know? I mean, I think conservatives think that he's going to go full communist and it's going to be an obvious failure. I don't know that he'll even do that. If I were him and I was one of the first prominent Democrat socialists, I would probably underplay the socialism stuff a little bit. I would just slow walk into it and see how it goes, because I would be very conscious that I did not want to F this up, right, for AOC and everyone else who supported me. So my guess is he'll actually be a lot more moderate on economic policies than some people may think he would be, and that New York at the end of the day will survive whatever happens. So I don't think it's going to be a complete disaster. We'll see, though. I would love to see it be, just because I don't believe in communism. I believe that capitalism, although an imperfect system, is the best one that we have. I feel like that's what America was founded on. So I would love to see him flop on his face, but I just don't think it'll happen. I think it'll be New York. It's going to be okay. Okay, Trump. Another disingenuous thing he was saying earlier in the day, I guess there were bomb threats. And he says...
Illustration of the attacks we're seeing on our democracy. Sometimes they're blatant and explicit in the manner of these bomb threats. And we have to understand this as part of the general approach the Trump administration has taken to trying to intimidate voters with baseless allegations of voter fraud as a means of trying to repress the voice of Americans across this country.
How is bomb threats connected to Trump saying that voter fraud is bad? Like, what? This is constantly what the Democrats do. They draw up this crazy fervor in their base by connecting these, as I was saying earlier, by framing conservatives as hating immigrants, hating brown people, which isn't the case. They remove the word illegal. They make this out of left field connection between a threat of political violence, which, hey, if anyone's going to own political violence recently, I'd say it's clearly the Democrats. They just assassinated a prominent Republican. But no, he says that these bomb threats they're receiving are indicative of Trump saying that there's voter fraud and we should get rid of it. Okay. I mean, I can't even follow that argument. I can't even respond to it, because it sounds so insane. But that's kind of what Democrats do often, is they take two of these disparate ideas and they just marry them together and run with it. As long as it's something that can connect Trump to violence or authoritarianism or whatever it is, they just run with it. So it is very ridiculous, but it's kind of what they build their platform on, as I was saying earlier. Yeah. Okay. Promising cheaper groceries. I've heard he's hedged a little bit. I guess people were expecting like free groceries or really, really cheap groceries. So he's already starting to kind of hedge what he was saying. Oh, my link's not working anyways. But there's some pushback from people on the streets talking about it.
To vote.
Sorry, I gotta pay my internet bill. I really
Well, as our regular, everyday New Yorkers. Obviously, Mr. Cuomo is not the front runner, according to just about every poll that's out there. You look at Zoran Mandani is the front runner. What do you think of him as a candidate? And none of the things that he was talking about appeal to you: affordable housing, making health care for children more affordable, free buses. None of that appealed to you and what you were looking for in a mayor?
Well, I don't think nothing is free. You know, with a background in finance and economics and business, I know that it's important that you have to pay for things, even if...
unfortunately, they found a smart guy to interview here.
You're paying for it at a discounted rate. You need to be able to pay for it. I don't think nothing is given free. I think it's important that we all should be able to work. I think job creation is the key to all of it. We must create jobs. We must put our people back to work. New Yorkers need to work. And that's what I think Governor Cuomo will do for us. He'll help us to get our jobs back and help keep our businesses here in the city of New York.
What a smart dude. That's actually the first time I heard that full clip. I just listened to a snippet of it earlier. But man, spot on. But who wants to listen to the guy with the economics degree? Am I right? Throw the communist in there. Let's see how it goes. By the way, I think free buses is the worst idea. I imagine those bus drivers who were like, please, Mr. Mamdani, we have this problem where there's always these homeless people trying to get on our buses, and they get aggressive when we tell them that they can't, they have to pay. And Mamdani's like, I've got a solution. Let's let them all on. Hundreds. Imagine your bus packed with those homeless people. Excited yet? That's got to be the worst news. You imagine the bus driver's like, great. Thanks, Mamdani. I gotta do a video on Mamdani. I gotta think of something funny to do. Okay, Nicki Minaj has had some good tweets. She came out in support of Trump, standing up for Christians in South Africa who are being persecuted, and people were trying to like hate on her. This was her original tweet, I think, about it, where she says, Donald Trump's talking about Christianity being under existential threat. Nicki Minaj, of all people, says, reading this made me feel a deep sense of gratitude. We live in a country where we can freely worship God. No group should ever be persecuted for practicing their religion. We don't have to share the same beliefs in order for us to respect each other. Numerous countries all around the world are being affected by this horror, and it's dangerous to pretend we don't notice, which is 100% true. You know, it's the same thing as like white privilege discussion, right? Like, because it's happening to white people, it's not getting the media attention it should be. And when it is getting attention, people are sort of dismissing it. So she says, thank you, President and his team, for taking this seriously. God bless every persecuted Christian. Of course, that's going to rile up the left and the atheists. Let's remember to lift them up in prayer. So people were trying to drag her online for the last couple of days. Just her tweets are funny about it in response, though. She keeps posting. Just the titties. Bring out the big guns, Nikki. Damn. First time I've ever fantasized about a two-person menage. I would take a menage of two. Those things, it basically is a menage a trois already. Damn. And then she's got she keeps posting about Chucky. She keeps posting the little Chucky meme, just flipping people off and shit. Hold up. Oh my god, where are her little posts? It's her making fun of people. Oh god, there's gotta be another Chucky. Oh, they're probably in her replies, but check out her feed. It's really funny. It's like Chucky, the Chucky doll flipping people off and stuff. I lost the little links to him. That one's funny though. Okay, well, let's get out of there. What else we got going on here? Prop 50 has passed in California, in my state. Unfortunately, we are officially an authoritarian state now. Yeah, we have, if you don't know, Prop 50 is where Governor Newsom is suspending the Independent Redistricting Commission, which was supposed to go off of the census to draw district maps independently so that no political party had an advantage. No, Gavin threw a prop on there. Of course, Democrats mindlessly voted for their own authoritarianism. So now he's able to redraw those district maps to try to very blatantly and obviously give Democrats an electoral advantage. I think they're trying to swing 5 House seats towards the Democrats. So Trump actually weighed in on this today. He says that it's he calls it the unconstitutional redistricting vote, in California is a giant scam in that the entire process, in particular the voting itself, is rigged. I hope this doesn't cause any bomb threats. Jeez. I would hate to see this cause more bomb threats towards Mamdani. All mail-in ballots where the Republicans in that state are shut out is under various serious legal and criminal review. Stay tuned. Yeah, so I don't know what the legality of that prop is. I mean, I would imagine if you're passing a proposition that's voted on, it would be, I mean, I guess under like Supreme Court, you could review it and see if it's actually able to be upheld legally or not, you know. But it doesn't feel right. I can tell you it does feel criminal. You know, you already established an independent redistricting commission and now you're getting rid of it, even if you call a special election, or not a special election, but put a special prop on the ballot to get people to vote for it. There was another interesting tweet where I guess there was, oh my God, here we go. Colin reported on this. He says, despite passing Prop 50, which just stripped power from California's nonpartisan commission, 92% of California voters say district lines should be drawn by a nonpartisan commission. The irony is 9 of 10 voters said they'd like to see this done by a nonpartisan commission. Are they really this stupid? The answer is yes. And that's actually not just for Democrats. All people are, in fact, that stupid. They will literally vote for things they have no idea what it is. You know, people aren't following the ins and outs of Prop 50 or weighing the logical consequences of it or reasons behind it. They're just, you know, they're on the side of the left. They're told to vote for it. They vote for it. It's unfortunate to see because I think it's obviously wrong. But, and I think that's almost about it. We'll head out soon. Just, let me see if I even want to talk about this. I kind of went into this earlier last night, but yeah, I get some pictures of the trans-identified man who got the girl banned from Gold's Gym for complaining about him being in the locker room. This was the woman who was banned. This is the guy. Some of these pictures, this does not look like a trans person at all. It looks like a jacked dude, to be honest. I mean, barely passing his trans. That one's a little bit, I could see it, but you know, the elf picture, I got it. This is the funniest part of the story to me, is he's arguing about his right to be trans in the women's showers. Literally the only thing about him that's trans, maybe, is wearing some earrings. I didn't know that's all I had to do was get my ears pierced and I could go stare at women's naked bodies in a shower in any gym. Sweet! What a gift this pioneer has shown us all. It's so easy to be transgender. Look, there you got the surgery on his ears right there. All right, that's it for tonight. I'm probably gonna head back out to that stand-up thing. Getting late already here, so we'll see if it's still going on. Got to eat dinner. Got some chili, some cornbread. Gonna be a good night. I will catch you guys tomorrow. I'll probably be going live at 9 p.m. ish tomorrow, so hopefully I'll see you then. All right.